Now to more on the shooting of 16-year-old Andrew Messina. The sheriff says Messina made an aggressive gesture that caused a sniper to fire his weapon to protect law enforcement officers. But new evidence presented only to CBS Atlanta by the Messina's attorney may tell a different story. Here's our chief investigative reporter, Wendy Saltzman.
We have not been able to find any justification whatsoever for that Cherokee County Sheriff's Department sniper to shoot Andrew Messina. Zero.
Attorney Chuck Pecor is a former federal prosecutor and a former cop who's been scouring through the Messina's case to uncover evidence the boy didn't need to die.
There's nobody at risk except himself. You give it time. You don't rush it, you just wait.
The standoff lasted little more than an hour when Andrew was killed. The sheriff justified the fatal shot, saying the teen threatened his officers.
We'd still be sitting there today if it weren't for that very, very aggressive act that he made.
Andrew was inside the house holding a gun and hit this pane of glass. Negotiators were standing here outside of the house behind this wall. In this GBI report, sniper Jason Yarborough said he heard a pop that sounded like a gunshot, and he observed Messina through his rifle scope, pointing the pistol at deputies. But there's one problem.
He pretty much had his back to the negotiation team when he was shot. How could he possibly have been threatening them?
The bullet came through this door. The autopsy report says Andrew was shot in the right side of his abdomen and the bullet came out the left side, which means he couldn't have been pointing the gun at negotiators behind him. And not a single shot was ever fired from Andrew's weapon.
Not a single officer out there, ever. Any of the reports says that they saw the gun come through that hole where the break was.
Yarborough was on the scene less than 20 minutes before he pulled the trigger and admitted he didn't even know if there was a hostage inside.
It's a travesty.
Pecor and others are concerned the sniper acted in haste without being properly briefed that Andrew was a suicidal teen, not a hardened criminal.
What he needed was help. He needed protection and help, and he didn't get it.
Would this make you hesitate to call the police?
I would never call them for help now.
Friends and family are still trying to understand this innocent life lost. Andrew described as a pacifist.
As you can see, peace.
Whose room decorated with peace signs remains untouched.
He could never hold a grudge against anyone.
He was the most loving guy you could ever know.
I miss how he used to not be afraid to try anything.
He was one of the best friends you could have.
He always understood. I loved how he was so amazing and accepting.
He was the most peaceful person I knew.
He should be alive.
An internal investigation by the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office and the district attorney both found there was no criminal wrongdoing. We made numerous attempts to interview the sheriff, the sniper, and the commander on the scene, but the sheriff's office refused, saying the case is closed. But it's far from closed for the family. I'm Wendy Saltzman, CBS Atlanta News.